Dodge Omni has always been a good old buddy, a nice little guy. Well, we got this kind of sneaky idea. We put 15-inch alloy wheels and performance rubber on it. A real screamer under the hood. Dodge's high-output Shelby engine. Beefed up the suspension, and darn if we didn't come up with one of the fastest production cars in America. Dodge Omni GLH. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Bobby Mercer, along with Frank Messer, Phil Rizzuto. Bill White will be along in just a moment. And tonight we have John the Count Montefusco against the big right-hander for the Toronto Blue Jays, Clancy.
Well, I'll tell you, Montefusco has never pitched against the Blue Jays, so that's sort of an unknown factor. However, I think Toronto's a stronger club batting left-handed, as they will be against John. And as far as Clancy is concerned, he has a 5-9 lifetime record against the Yankees. He's been very good, and he has been very bad in previous appearances. Bobby?
All right, Frank, let's take a look at the lineups. First of all, for the Blue Jays, Damaso Garcia will lead it off, play second base. Dave Collins will bat second in left field. Batting third, Lloyd Mosby in center field. Batting fourth, Willie Upshaw at first base. Batting fifth, George Bell in right field. Batting sixth, Rance Mullinex, the third baseman. Batting seventh, Willie Aikens, the designated hitter. Batting eighth, Ernie Whitt, the catcher. And batting ninth, Alfredo Griffin at shortstop. And as we said, Jim Clancy, a right-hander on the mound for the Blue Jays. His record 10-13 with a 4.82 earned run average. The defense for the New York Yankees. Mattingly at first base, Randolph at second base, Bobby Meacham at shortstop, Mike Pagliarulo at third base, Ken Griffey in left field, Omar Marino in center field, Dave Winfield in right field, and Butch Weiniger behind the plate. John the Count of Montefusco out on the mound for the Yankees. His record is 2-2 with a 3.33 earned run average. Won his last ball game in Oakland. Pitched a fine ball game, going 6 innings. Count was out several months with a chest sprain, and then was complicated. It was complicated by an accident in his car, but he seems to be all right now. The umpires tonight behind the plate, Larry Young. At first base, Darrell Cousins. At second base, John Shulock. And at third base, Terry Cooney. Yesterday, the Yankees shut out, well, Joe Cali and Dave Righetti combined with a 4-hit shutout. They shut out the Blue Jays 2-0. And that's pretty hard to do, Frank, because the Blue Jays have an excellent offensive ball club.
They really do, Bobby. Only the third time all year the Blue Jays have been shut out. Damaso Garcia, look at pretty good figures right there, 290 batting average, and we're ready to go. Garcia, right-hand batter, one of the few right-hand hitters in Bobby Cox's platoon lineup. And he starts him off with a breaking ball. Does Montefusco. Montefusco is 2-2. He was 0-2 before the injury. He is 2-0 after the injury. In games he started before the injury, the Yankees were 0-3. In games he has started since the injury, they're 3-0. The Yankees, in other words, really, I think, missed Montefusco through the course of the 1984 season. You saw Garcia beat down on the ball. That's a base hit probably in Toronto. But right here on the natural infield, an easy play for Meacham.
And what a difference that makes, Frank Messer. In Toronto, there's no doubt that that would have probably been an infield hit for Damaso Garcia, but a routine ground ball with the natural grass and dirt here at Yankee Stadium. And you really have to fear the Toronto Blue Jay ball club when they play in their own home park with that artificial surface, and it's hard.
Dave Collins now, a .310 hitter.
A
way.
A guy that really benefits from artificial surface.
Without a doubt. He hits down on the ball. Fouls that one back. Basically, Collins will hit down on the ball.
Well, you know, here in Yankee Stadium, if I were a pitcher, I would try to keep the ball up. I'd try to make Davy Collins hit the ball in the air here at Yankee Stadium.
And I'd try to keep him off the bases.
Well, that's
because he's stolen 50. And the count has that in mind, I'm sure. Well, he's a little bit high there, Bobby. He's probably thinking right along with you. Collins leads. He and Mosby really are tied for the league lead in triples with 13, and that is due in great part to the hard AstroTurf in Toronto. Collins is second in stolen bases. He went. No ball, 2-strike count. Cal thought he had him set up to bring one by him and doesn't get the call. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Looks like that he's trying to keep the ball up, isn't it, Frank?
Yes. I think he might have had a strike right there,
yeah,
too.
Most of the pitches have been up to Collins, trying to get him to hit the ball in the air.
And again, possible base hit in Toronto, but a 6-3 here at Yankee Stadium. You know, you got a guy like Collins, Bobby. I take nothing away from Dave Collins, really. But you pitch him up, he's not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark on you.
Well, that was what we were trying to indicate here when Davey was up to the plate. He doesn't have the power to really hurt you here at Yankee Stadium, and he's a straightaway hitter. He's from the left side. He's not a pull hitter, so he's not going to hurt you at Yankee Stadium. Let him hit the ball out into center field. He's not going to hit it out on you.
This guy's different. He can hit the ball out.
Yeah, you got to be careful with him.
Mosby batting .279, as you saw, 18 home runs, 84 runs batted in. He has developed into a very, very fine ball player. 2 strikes on him. Montefusco has pitched only 27 innings all year. He's allowed 26 base hits, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. Really, his figures don't mean anything. The won and lost figures do, of course. But it's been a completely lost season for the Count because of injury. Very durable young man, Mr. Mosby, 138 ball games. And that's extra bases right there. It's going to go to the wall. And, well, Moreno had it cut off. The ball took a tricky hop by him, and Mosby is in at second base. No harm done on the bounce. Mosby had 2 out of it anyway.
Well, yesterday, early yesterday, that ball would have gone to the wall, but we've had a lot of rain here at Yankee Stadium, and, of course, the outfield grass and turf is awfully soft, and you can see it almost just stops like a chip shot from a golf club. And Moreno has to change directions and pick the ball up, but Mosby's in there with a double anyway.
Speak for yourself. My chip shots don't stop. I usually scull them, and they go forever.
Even on the soft turf.
Yeah.
Right?
Everywhere except where I want him to go. Willie Upshaw. Now, here's a guy who has put himself in the forefront of American League hitters. .294 batting average, 19 home runs, 80 RBIs. Grounds one to Randolph. Willie waits on it, has plenty of time to throw him out. No runs, a base hit, a man left on. And at the end of 1/2 inning, Toronto nothing, and the Yankees are coming to bat.
Good news, Rich. Those AT&T shares, they went up another 4 points. I guess it looks like you're buying lunch, huh? Call me.
Hey, Hotshot, we got a court at 7. Get plenty of sleep tonight. You're gonna need it.
Richard, it's Lisa. Where are you?
For those who appreciate the modern art of living, there's Sanyo. The modern art of electronics.
You go 200 miles an hour from morning till night. You'll find out just how strong your deodorant is. I'm K.O. Yarborough. I drive race cars. This is my deodorant, Old Spice Stick. Hey, Old Spice isn't just strong, it's 24 hours strong. Old Spice Stick is the only leading deodorant that says it right on the label. 24-hour deodorant protection. You want a deodorant that lasts longer than you do, this is the one.
24 hours strong. Old Spice deodorant and antiperspirant.
You know your skin needs protection against the harmful rays of the sun. Well, so does the skin of your car. That's why we created new Sun Shield Car Wax with a sunscreen built in to help fight the damaging ultraviolet rays of the sun. New Sun Shield goes on easy, gives a great shine, and doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Now you can keep the beautiful body of your car new looking longer with new Sun Shield Car Wax.
Well, the Yankee lineup looks like this. Willie Randolph will lead off, play second base. Batting second, Bobby Meacham, the shortstop. Batting third, Don Mattingly at first base. Batting fourth, Dave Winfield in right field. Batting fifth, Don Baylor, the designated hitter. Batting sixth, Ken Griffey in left field. Batting seventh, Butch Weiniger, the catcher. Batting eighth, Mike Pagliarulo at third base. Batting ninth, Omar Marino in center field. And the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays looks like that.
Doesn't look too bad. That's fast outfield there with Collins, Mosby, and Bell.
They've got some speed. A lot of speed.
Griffin can do the job at shortstop. Garcia, of course, you know, at second. And Willie Randolph takes the ball up high. Jim Clancy is making his 31st start of the year. 10 wins, 13 losses, and a very high earned run average, 482. Clancy just hasn't posted the figures over his career, Bobby, that I had thought that he might the first time I saw him, first few times I saw him.
And I really don't know why, because he has good stuff. And, you know, at one time you couldn't tell which was going to be the best, Clancy or Steve. And Steve has continued to improve every year, and Clancy's just kind of, I don't know what's happened to him.
I agree with you. I thought when they both were early in their careers, I thought it might be a toss-up as to which one would be the better pitcher over the stretch. And by the way, we'll see Steve pitch tomorrow night. Yeah. Came over the top and missed. Randolph is on with a leadoff walk. And how many times this year have you heard that? Randolph leads off the game with a walk. Willie has an excellent eye for the strike zone. And that is the 69th time Randolph has walked this season. Bobby Meacham, 264 hitter, had the game winner yesterday with a sacrifice fly. Winfield's homer iced the cake, 2-0. That'll get Randolph to second, and Meacham is out in a close play at first base. Love that guy can lay down the bunt and then streak down to first base.
Well, the one thing that Bobby Meacham does is that probably 5 out of 10 times he'll get a base hit out of this, trying to sacrifice the man over just because he has a great speed. Now, Ernie Witt, he couldn't bobble that ball for a second. If he did, Bobby Meacham's on the base. The same goes for the first baseman, the pitcher, and the third baseman. Great. I think it's a terrific play. And
I think when you have a speedy man involved, you force the other club to make errors.
Absolutely.
They will hurry the play. Mattingly up. Still battling Winfield for the league batting title, and they will battle, I feel, right down to the end. Mattingly is hitting .349 and Winfield .354. Into center field. Mosby has plenty of room and plenty of time. Randolph tags and forces a throw and holds at second base. 2 out. And that'll bring up Dave Winfield. Winfield hitting .354. He has hit in 16 consecutive games. Leads the league in hitting with a .354 average, with Mattingly second. Winfield is third in the league in runs scored with 92. Third in base hits with 167. Mattingly leads the league 174. Cal Ripken of Baltimore 170, and then Winfield. Damaso Garcia also in this game. Well, yesterday afternoon, Bobby, Winfield lined that one for a home run.
Almost knocked the foul pole down. That's how hard it was hit.
He would hit that ball.
He hit it so hard that the ball could never curve foul.
Right. Ball one to Winfield. That was his 17th home run. Winfield is 5th in the league in slugging percentage with a .534. Mattingly leads .545. Yankee names very prominent on the leaderboard. Winfield is 2nd in the league in on-base percentage behind Eddie Murray of Baltimore. Murray .422, Winfield .402. Means he's been on base 4 times for every 6 at-bats, or rather 4 times for every 10 at-bats. Two balls and a strike. Clancy has walked 77 and struck out 95 this year in 183 innings. Winfield chops it to short. Now, that might have been a base hit in Toronto, but here, a 6-3 put out to retire the side. At the end of 1 inning here at Yankee Stadium, it's Toronto nothing and the Yankees nothing.
This bud's for everybody who sets them up just so they can knock them down. They're league bowlers, and they know that when you join a league, you get rolling. The competition, the excitement with good times to spare. You find it all in the leagues at your local bowling center. And league bowlers can compete in the Budweiser Hall of Fame tournament coming this winter. So join a league and get rolling. For all you do, this bud's for you.
Dodge 600 ES Turbo. The dream is real.
If anyone can tell you how many cities United flies to, I can. 151. Because every morning, flight after flight lifts off with a load of my sweet rolls. 747s, 767s, DC-10, New York to LA, Miami to Seattle. So many flights to so many cities with so many of my sweet rolls. So next time you're in the friendly skies, someone says,
"My compliments to the sweet roll man,"
you'll know who they're talking about.
You're not just flying, you fly in the friendly skies.
Well, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and WPIX and is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game or any segment thereof without the express written consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. I don't know why Don Meredith thinks that that is so hard to read. I breezed through that like it was practically nothing.
Don Meredith's made a career out of messing up the disclaimer, though.
I know it. Well, whatever.
Well, it's easier to read on baseball than it is on football.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely.
Theirs is shorter than ours.
Ball 1 to George Bell, a 300 hitter, 21 home runs, 74 RBIs. Bell is tied for 4th in the league in doubles. High pop left side. Pagliarulo. I think he mistracked that ball for a moment, but he made the catch.
Well, we'll take a look at him. I think he was looking at the catcher, Weininger, to see if maybe it was going to be his ball. And finally, he saw that it would be a better play for him, and he made the right play because it's harder for a catcher to go out there. The infielder has to play in front of him at all times.
So, Montefusco will work now to Rance Mullenix. Pitcher directs traffic on a high pop-up on the infield like that, or should. Mullenix is hitting .331, leads the Blue Jays with that average. Strike 1. Toronto has the top 3 triples men in the league. Collins, Mosby, and Upshaw are 1, 2, 3. No balls, 2 strikes on Mullenix. He platoons at third base. See that tape on his right hand, and he was shaking the hand after that swing. Like it might be his right thumb, Bobby.
Yeah. Speaking of the right thumb, Vic Mata and Ray Fontenot Both have sprained right thumbs due to a little base brawl out in Anaheim. They are day-to-day right now.
Dale Murray has an injured right foot as a result of the fracas, or as it is referred to now, the incident in Anaheim.
I didn't get the medical report from the Angels. I'd like to see what it looks like.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Well, as long as nobody really gets hurt seriously, that's all you really worry about. I have seen players get involved in fights on the field and absolutely ruin their baseball careers. Bill Lee was one of them.
He's the first one that comes to my mind. There's a comparison on the 2 clubs. Both teams hitting .278. The Yankees against right-hand pitching this year are 49-39. The Blue Jays are 50-46. Really, the Blue Jays have hit a lot more games against left-handers, which surprises me. Blue Jays have a base runner as Mullenix draws a walk from Montefusco. And the batter will be Willie Aikens. Aikens is always a threat. I don't care what he's hitting.
Yeah, but he can really be pitched to very easily. But you're right, he is a threat. If you make a mistake, he can put it out of the ballpark on you. But I don't know. I have always felt like that Willie Aikens should be a halfway easy out for you.
Not on that pitch. Base hit into right field, and Mullenix will hold at second against Winfield's arm. Now, you talked about the wet outfield, Bobby. What effect does that have, from your experience, on throwing the baseball? You're throwing a slippery ball.
Well, there's no doubt that if the ball is wet and you pick it up, that it's going to slip out of your hands and you won't have full control of it at all times. It's just up for the players to realize that they maybe can take an extra base. The ball is not going to get to the outfielders as quickly as it used to when the turf was dry. They'll have to keep that in mind when they're running the bases.
So you may tend to gamble a little bit on a night like this that you would not on an afternoon like yesterday before the rain.
Right.
Ernie Witt, 252 hitter. He takes a strike. Witt has hit 12 home runs this year. Witt hit 17 last year. 2 strikes. Montefusco in a bit of a jam. Runners first and second, 1 out. In the air, right field. Winfield will have to come in. And gets rid of the ball quickly to hold Mullenix at second base. 2 down. Alfredo Griffin. 229 hitter. 4 homers, 26 RBIs. Kid Tony Fernandez trying to push Griffin out of everyday play. A little meeting out at the mound, probably on Griffin. There's a guy that's done quite a job this year, Bobby. Butch Weiniger.
No doubt about it. And Phil Niekro almost gives Weiniger all the success talk that's around Niekro. Weiniger, what the job he has done for Phil Niekro, according to Niekro.
Caught him in all but 1 game. And Weiniger now they're going to try to move, and he lost the ball. That will probably be a pass ball, but we'll see. As Mullenix advances to third, Akins holds his ground at first. And we'll wait for the official score to rule.
Well, we'll take a look at it here, and it's just one of those unfortunate things. It's going to be called a wild pitch, and
Butch just didn't where the ball was.
No, you try to get the mask off and look around as quickly as possible to pick the ball up, but sometimes you just can't do it.
And that's going to cost him a run, as Mullenix will come in to score on the base hit by Griffin, and Toronto leads 1-0. I don't think they would have tried to score him, or they would certainly have had a play on him with Winfield's arm had he been at second base. Griffin's 27th RBI and the second hit of the inning, third of the ball game for the Jays. I'm not arguing on the wild pitch call, but I will add this as we watch Garcia take a strike. I am not a firm believer in every pitch that is in the dirt necessarily being a wild pitch.
What is it then?
I think sometimes a catcher can make a move, knock the ball down, block it. Deep left field. And it's off the fence. The ball is in play. 2 runs will score. Garcia is going for third, and he will make it. A 3-base hit for Damaso Garcia, and Toronto now leads 3-0.
He really tags this ball here. Out on his front foot and hits it deep to left field. Griffey can't catch up with it. He thought he had a beat on it at one time, but it hits at the base of the left center field wall. Akins is in, and Alfredo Griffin will follow him. There's Garcia moving into third base. That's going to be all, I think, for John Montefusco. He may have injured himself. There's nobody warming up in the Yankee bullpen, and I think he's injured himself, Frank.
And it's 99 and 99/100% that you're right, Bobby. That is an injury to Montefusco and whoever is called upon, and we'll see in a moment.
May have worked that blister again. You know, he has problems with the blister. Usually. I don't know. We're speculating. We will certainly pass it along to you. But he didn't flinch with his arm, you know, like he hurt his arm or his leg or his back or anything. And it looks like Bob Shirley is going to be the one that's going to take over. He'll get all the time that's necessary to warm up due to the injury to Montefusco.
And we repeat, Shirley had not been throwing in the bullpen, so this is a completely, to us anyway, unexpected happening. Montefusco leaves the ball game trailing by a score of 2-0. He goes 1 2/3 innings. Trailing 3-0. Did I say 2-0?
Yeah.
3-0. With 3 runs here on the walk, a single, the wild pitch, a single by Griffin, and the triple by Garcia.
Frank, let's take a look at the Yankees minor leagues. They've been doing a pretty good job this year. The Clippers ended the regular season by capturing their 500th win since becoming an affiliate of the Yankees in 1979. The win also gave Columbus a .597 winning percentage while winning the regular season title for the 5th time in 6 years. Columbus begins its best-of-5 playoffs with Pawtucket tomorrow night in Columbus. Kelly Falk gets the nod. He had a record of 11-1. 2.82 earned run average as he goes for his 9th straight win. So Kelly's won 9 straight. The series continues Thursday night with Clay Christensen on the mound for the Clippers. Nashville Sounds, the AA affiliate, tied for first at the end of the regular season. 1-game playoff is tonight in Nashville. Fort Lauderdale Yankees, that's Big Berry Football Club down there. They lost their first game of the best-of-5 series with Tampa. Tampa shut Fort Lauderdale out last night 5-0. So they are in the playoffs too. All 3 of these ball clubs so far in the playoffs. And also the Greensboro Hornets, so it's a Class A ball club. They lost their best of 3 series 2-1 to the Asheville Astros. So the Hornets lose out in their playoff series. Columbus starts tomorrow night. Nashville is one-game playoff tonight in Nashville. And Fort Lauderdale, they lost their first game of the best of 5 in their regular season playoff.
You know, you're talking about Columbus, and that is the club we think of primarily, I guess, because that is the next step. The next step from Columbus is Yankee Stadium.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But I'd have to think Stum Merrill did a fine job with that ball club out there this year, he and his staff.
Well, what I think about the minor leagues is that if you're going to have a successful franchise, the only place you can start is in the minor leagues, in your own minor leagues, and you have to build your own minor leagues. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot go out and buy players and make a successful ball club for any length of time. You might do it for 1 year, 2 years, yes. But to have a successful franchise every year and be able to, when you lose a player or two and you have to bring somebody up instead of having to go out and buy somebody, you've got to do it through the minor league system. And as long as you have a strong minor league system, you're always going to have a chance to win, or you're always going to have a chance to fulfill a ball club that's got a chance to win.
I think that thinking is 100% right. I've been an advocate of the farm system for as long as I've been associated with baseball. And I think that is really the only answer. Hey, speaking of the minor leagues, a little note we had today. The Yankees announced they signed their 8th-round pick from the June '84 free agent draft, a young man named Arthur Lee Calvert. He is entering his final year at the United States International University in San Diego. 6'1", 200-pound outfielder. 20 years old. Been assigned to the Sarasota rookie club.
Well, we'll look for his name now.
Shirley says he's ready, and he'll be pitching to Dave Collins. Collins swings around now and bats right-handed. He grounded out against the count in the first inning. Runner at third, 2 out. Ball 1. Baltimore in the first inning has a 2-0 lead over Detroit. The Orioles, one of 2 clubs the Yankees are trying to catch. Toronto being the other. Sore left hip. The report on Montefusco, sore left hip. Well, I can sympathize with Montefusco on a sore hip. Off the hands, Meacham will have to hurry. And it is picked out of the dirt by Mattingly to retire the side. Toronto scores 3 runs on 3 hits, a walk. They leave a man in the middle of the second. It's Toronto 3, the Yankees nothing. We're now going to pause for station identification.
Turbo Z. It is an American revolution.
All fans attending the Yankees-Orioles game on Monday night, September the 17th, will take home a free baseball poster. Compliments of American Home Foods. Good seats are still available for the Orioles series, September the 17th through the 19th. So make plans to come out to the ballpark and see the Yanks take on the defending world champs and get your free poster September the 17th. Well, Jim Clancy and the Toronto Blue Jays have been staked a 3-0 lead. The Yankees will have to play a little catch-up baseball. One thing about that, it's still early in the ball game.
Very early in the ball game, Bobby. Just second inning here. Baylor, Griffey, and Weiniger. Mentioned a while ago, the Orioles, one of two clubs the Yankees are trying to catch. Tigers are in first place. Toronto's second. Baltimore's third. As you look at Baylor, take a ball. Donnie is hitting .252. Team leading 24 home runs. The Yankees going into play tonight were 1/2 game ahead of Boston, 1 game behind Baltimore, and 5.5 games behind Toronto. 14 games back of the division-leading Tigers. Jim Clancy with a 3-0 lead. Clancy has been involved in some strange ball games for Toronto. Popped up right side. Upshaw stays with it and hauls it in. Clancy, for example, was the winning pitcher when the Orioles forfeited a game to Toronto. He was the winning pitcher when Toronto blew the Yankees right out of Yankee Stadium here one night. Ken Griffey down the left field line into the seats, foul. That game was a 19-3 over the Yankees. Clancy was the winning pitcher there. He was a pitcher of record. The Blue Jays turned their first triple play, as I recall. Ball and 2 strikes on Griffey.
Well, he is the longest active Blue Jay player in time of service on this ball club.
Left center field, well hit. Can Collins run it down? I think so, and he does. 2 outs. In fact, Clancy was not only the pitcher of record in their first triple play, he started it.
Well, if you're going to be there, you might as well be involved.
Butch Weiniger, a .273 hitter for the year, 5 homers, 40 RBIs. Toronto leads 3-0. We're in the second. Butch has a better average batting right-handed, but his power is left-handed. Out of play. Did you ever consider trying to switch it, Bob?
No.
Way you hit, there was no need to.
Well,
really.
I got too far before I could. I just couldn't. At the point that I was merely considering it, I was too far gone. I couldn't hit from the right side. Would have taken me too long to develop that style from the right side in order to hit the major leagues. I wish I'd have done it when I were younger, though.
When you were a kid.
Oh, it can really enhance your career.
Into right field. And picked off by George Bell. The side is retired in order at the end of 2 here at Yankee Stadium. It's Toronto 3 and New York 0.
Believe your eyes. You're in for a snappy surprise. Get great pictures. Snappy is here. Canon Crisp. Canon Clear, 35mm, and it shows. Uses the film used by the pros. Auto loading and auto advance. Canon Snappy. Now's your chance. With auto flash, each shot a prize. You won't believe your eyes. From Canon.
Time. It takes time to create quality. The quality taste of Budweiser. Time to select the choicest ingredients. for exclusive beechwood aging to brew the distinctively clean, crisp taste of Budweiser. Quality taste. That's what people want in a cold glass of beer, and this is the one they want. Somebody still cares about quality.
Burger King asks, which Whopper is your Whopper? Because we'll give it to you our way, or we'll give it to you your way. We'll give you more of a good thing, or turn around and give you less of a good thing. We'll make it with everything, or nothing, or somewhere in between. That's because when you choose Burger King, one good turn deserves another.
Have it your way at Burger King now.
Well, we go to the top of the third inning, and the Blue Jays out in front of the Yankees 3-0. Lloyd Mosby, Willie Upshaw, and George Bell will be due up here in the top of the third. Frank?
Mosby doubled into right center in the first inning. Was stranded when Upshaw grounded out for the third out. Shirley gets the first pitch over. And it's strike two. Take a look at the Blue Jay team leaders in various categories. Nipped the corner. That is what is referred to in it, Bobby, as pitching on the black. Mosby doesn't think so.
Painting the black. I'll tell you what, Shirley started out there, and he stayed right out there on that outside corner. Here it is again, and actually he took that fastball and ran it, started it outside and ran it back over the outside corner, the black, you would call it.
So a strikeout for Shirley, one away, and Willie Upshaw, the batter. In the air to shallow left. Meacham will have to handle it. I think Meacham gets a good jump on those pop fly balls into shallow left.
It's an excellent jump, and the one thing that Bobby does is that when the ball goes up, he takes off for the ball until he's called off of it. You can see Bobby, this is a full swing. The ball is coming off the end of the bat, but he's already got a good jump on it. In perfect position to make the play.
Meacham commented on that yesterday. He said he'll stay with the ball until he hears the outfield or call him off. And Shirley drops a strike over on George Bell. Bell popped up his first time at bat.
I wouldn't be surprised if the ball is hit high enough that you might see Bobby Meacham catch a ball out in the left field or left center field one of these days.
Fouled off. Like to wish a speedy recovery to a good friend of ours, umpire Bill Kunkel, who may or may not umpire again this year. He suffered a fracture and a bone chip in his right clavicle in a fall in Minnesota's Metrodome a few days ago. Popped up on the left side, and the catch is made in foul territory by Pagliarulo. 3 up, 3 down. In the middle of the third, it's Toronto 3, the Yankees nothing.
This bud's to everyone who tackles the changes and challenges of that new promotion.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So this is you. For all you do. Give me 5.
Yep, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do. This bud's for you.
British Airways Super Club Class seat. The widest seat in the air. But being the widest seat in the air, it isn't the easiest to fit through the door. Now on all our long-haul flights, the world's widest airline seat. From the airline that cares about everyone that flies. Super Club. From the world's favorite airline.
Well, they're Winfield and Baylor Super Yanks. You always see a lot of signs out here at Yankee Stadium for their favorite players.
A lot of imagination goes into so many of the banners that you see the fans bring out. Mike Pagliarulo pops it up, shallow left, and there's the Toronto shortstop, Griffin, back for this one. One pitch, one away. You know, I was talking about Bill Kunkel, Bobby. They say you can't get a bad bounce on the AstroTurf, but I guess Bill proved otherwise. He caught his spikes in a seam out there running to cover a play in a ball game and took a heavy fall and injured his shoulder.
That's just bad luck.
It really is.
You know, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all.
Yeah, all right. Luck to you. Not bad. Omar Moreno batting .257. If I were Mr. Clancy, I would just keep doing that. Keep throwing strikes. 3-0 lead here in the ball game, even though it's early.
Wouldn't be a bad thing to do.
Strike two. Cubs lead the Phillies 3-0. That's in the fourth inning. Pirates lead Montreal 2-0 in the fourth. Mets and the Cardinals, no report as yet. I shouldn't say they're not underway. There's just no report on our scoreboard yet on them. And Atlanta beats Houston 8-7. Garcia throws him out easily.
Frank, the Yankees take on two big Eastern Division rivals during the next homestand, which begins on Friday, September the 14th, when the Boston Red Sox will be making their final 1984 appearance in Yankee Stadium with a three-game weekend set on Monday, September the 17th. Eddie Murray, Mike Boddicker, and the rest of the world champion Orioles come to Yankee Stadium for a three-game set. So that's the Red Sox and the Orioles. And always a lot of fun seeing the Red Sox in here. Big rivalry between the Red Sox and the Yankees, no matter what the standings are.
Very true. Ball and a strike to Randolph. 1-1. Well, he walked in the first inning. Talking about Baltimore, they have a 2-0 lead over Detroit. That game is now in the fourth inning at Tiger Stadium. Three and one to Randolph. Full count. Got him. First strikeout for Clancy. The side is out in order, and on the Canon camera scoreboard, the score at the end of the third inning, the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees nothing.
Dodge Omni has always been a good old buddy, a nice little guy. Well, we got this kind of sneaky idea. We put 15-inch alloy wheels and performance rubber on it. A real screamer under the hood. Dodge's high-output Shelby engine. Beefed up the suspension, and darn if we didn't come up with one of the fastest production cars in America. Dodge Omni GLH. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
It's your city. The city belongs to you. It's your city to do what you want to do.
I use it for the money machine, checking account, money market accounts.
They seem to be state of the art in a lot of different things.
I have free access to the money at any time I want.
They didn't know me, and they were very fair about the whole thing and gave us the mortgage right away.
You and Citibank, you've got a partnership. At Citibank, you'll be the heart of it beats. Your city never sleeps.
They're very interested in making certain that I'm well cared for.
It's not just that they're smart, it's just that they're willing.
Great service, Citibank.
This is the first place I ever had a checking account, so I consider it my city.
It's your city. Your city, city's there for you. It's your city. It's your city, Citibank.
Bill White, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Bobby Mercer, and the pitch was a strike to Rance Mullenix, leading off for the Blue Jays here in the fourth inning. They lead the Yankees by a score of 3-0. Mullenix walked and scored on a single to right field by Alfredo Griffin when the Blue Jays picked up their 3 runs in the second inning and chased John Montefusco. And Mullenix is caught looking. I suppose, Bobby, he's platoon. He's batting, came in at 331, doesn't get an awful chance to see left-handed pitchers.
Well, I'm not sure he could hit this pitch anyway. This ball, for some reason or another, Shirley's ball is really moving, and it's moving back in on the left-handed hitters, and he's keeping that ball right on the outside part of the plate on those left-handed hitters. But you're right, Bobby Cox does a lot of platooning, and normally I guess if it wasn't so early in the ball game and the Blue Jays weren't so far out in front, he would probably have some of those right-handed hitters in there.
Willie Aikens just took a strike. He singled to right field and scored in the second. And a breaking ball. Cooley, Mitch snowballs 2 strikes on Aikens. That is a fair ball in the corner. A fan touches it, and it'll be fan interference. And Aikens will go into second base. Got jammed, but looped it down the left field line. And he gets a double. His second base hit of the game. He's 2 for 2. Got some Kansas City Royal fans down there.
Well, he caught Willie Aikens' baseball. He used to be with Kansas City.
That's right.
Till he got in trouble, and then they traded him.
Ernie Witt, the batter. He's been up once and flied to right field. And a strike to Witt. Baltimore leading Detroit 2-0. That game in the fourth inning. Orioles beat the Tigers yesterday. 1-1. Went too far. A ball and 2 strikes on Witt. Shirley doing a good job since coming on in the second inning, relieving John Montefusco. As we watch this pitch again.
He sees it. He wants to hold up, but he just can't. It looked good when it left Shirley's hands.
Well, it seemed as though it kept rising.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Ernie Witt. And Shirley tried him again upstairs. It's 2-2. Fouled back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Witt. Willie Aikens, who does not run well, is at second base. There's 1 away. And should Witt get a single, I'm sure, unless that ball is well placed, we'll get a play at the plate. Got him looking. Got him with the curveball. Just snipped the inside corner. 3rd strikeout for Bob Shirley, and there are 2 outs.
Well, here it is again, and Shirley looked like a backup slider. Witt thought the ball was going to be inside, but it was right on the inside corner. So Shirley, he's working the inside corner, the outside corner, curveballs, Fastballs. His ball is moving, though. That's the reason that he's been successful since coming in.
Here's Alfredo Griffin, the shortstop. He's 1 for 1, single in the Blue Jays' first run in the second inning, batting left-handed against Montefusco. And it's ball 1.
You get a couple of kinds of games from pitchers. If their ball is really moving, you'll get this kind of game. And if it's not moving and you're lucky, then you get a lot of line shots that are hit right at somebody. Call it atom ball.
That's out of play. If you have good stuff, you don't have to worry too much. A ball and a strike on Alfredo Griffin with Aikens down at second base and 2 outs. We're in the 4th inning. Toronto leads 3-0. They have 5 hits. Yankees still looking for their first hit off Jim Clancy. Out of play. Alfredo Griffin is being pressured a little bit by the youngster Tony Fernandez, who played yesterday. Fernandez has a little more pop in his bat. Might have the same kind of range. Has a little more mustard on him. That's foul.
They about have the same problem here with Toronto as the Dallas Cowboys have with their quarterbacks. 2 pretty good quarterbacks over there.
Wasn't much of a problem last night. I think I'd go with the youngster.
It was at the start.
Yeah, but it's the end result. I think that Hogan Boom, everybody was calling him Hogan Bloom, but set a new record, beating Danny White's old record. That's low, 2-2.
Well, they say you can't continue setting records from the bench. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. I mean, Danny White's got to get out of there, I would think. Alfredo Griffin, if you ever put him up on the block someplace, there'd be every team in baseball trying to get a guy like him. I think it's great for a manager, but bad for a player.
Bad for the one sit.
Right.
Two and two on Griffin. Popped up. Let's see if there's room for Mattingly or Weininger. No, it'll be on top of the Yankee dugout. Right on top of the Yankee dugout and bounce back into the seat. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alfredo Griffin. He's batting .231, 4 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Fernandez bats .279. 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in 70 games. Griffin's been in 120 games. This is his 121st. Randolph! Fine play by Yankee second baseman Willie Randolph. He robbed Griffin of a base hit and saved the Yankees a run. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. We're going into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Toronto 3, the Yankees nothing.
This Bud's for everyone who keeps things rolling on the mighty Mississippi.
Breakaway barge, please respond.
Let's get him.
Golding, we're right below here and we on our way out.
I'll come around on the port side bumper there. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, this Bud's for you.
What a bummer. Another engine we can't mess up.
How could Mobil do this to me?
Yeah, improve their super unleaded gasoline.
It's really powerful.
Higher octane is so...
Knocking and pinging is becoming a lost art.
Yeah. I just hope nobody else finds out how good their new gasoline is. How could they find out?
Bobo could make a television commercial.
Nah.
Dodge 600 ES Turbo. The dream is real.
Let's pause 10 seconds along the Yankee Baseball Network for station identification.
Well, the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Bobby Meacham leading off against Jim Clancy in the 4th inning. Blue Jays lead 3-0 over the Yankees. And it's 1-1. Fouled straight down off an ankle. It'll be Meacham, Mattingly, and Winfield against Clancy. Yankees looking for their first base hit.
Well, tickets for all Yankee home games are on sale at the Yankee Stadium advanced ticket window 7 days a week from 9 to 5 and all tri-state area Ticket World locations. For more Ticket World information and the location nearest you, call 212-888-9000.
That's a good overhand fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Meacham.
And, Bill, you can also charge Yankee tickets by calling Charge It at 212-944-9300.
That'll be caught by Alfredo Griffin. Shortstop getting back quickly into a shallow left center field. 1 down.
Pretty good play by Griffin at shortstop. The ball was in on Meacham's hands. He didn't get all of it, looping it out into short left. But Griffin, with a lot of reaction at shortstop and that good speed, was able to get back after it.
Here's Don Mattingly batting .348 after going 0 for 1. Fly to center field in the 1st inning. Now looks like Clancy's got that outside corner zeroed in against the left-handers. Strike 1. And it's 1-1. Would that say Mattingly what?
I couldn't see the rest of it.
Got a piece of it. Foul tipped it.
Right now, that is a nasty pitch.
Oh,
Mattingly mania.
Uh-huh. That's foul off third base. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Don Mattingly. Mattingly leads the American League in base hits. He's 2nd in batting average. Mattingly has 174 hits, 34 of those doubles, 2 triples, 20 home runs, and 89 runs batted in. He'll get some votes in the MVP race. So will Dave Winfield, whom the Yankees have nominated for this month's Player of the Month. Winfield. Also, they've nominated Joe Cowley for Pitcher of the Month. 2-2 on Mattingly.
I'm going to nominate you as Broadcaster of the Month.
No, Rizzuto.
No, I'm nominating you.
Yep.
Who do I nominate?
I refuse the honor.
Well, wait a minute. I want to know who I have to do the nomination to.
Mattingly goes down on strikes for the 2nd out, and that's only the 2nd strikeout for Clancy. And now we'll get Dave Winfield, who leads the American League in hitting at .353. He's been up once and bounced to short. A lot of people hurt out of that fight over in California. You hear Vic Mata and Ray Fontenot with sore thumbs, and Dale Murray has a sore foot. Garcia hurries at 2nd base, and they've got Winfield, and that'll retire the side. 3 up and 3 down at the end of 4. Toronto 3, Yankees nothing.
This Bud's for everybody who sets them up just so they can knock them down. They're league bowlers, and they know that when you join a league, you get rolling. The competition, the excitement with good times to spare. You find it all in the leagues at your local bowling center. And league bowlers can compete in the Budweiser Hall of Fame tournament coming this winter. So join a league and get rolling. For all you do, this Bud's for you.
We've got an auto plant in this community. That means auto workers, and that's good for business.
Those auto jobs provide taxes that support a quality education for our kids.
We've got jobs in that auto plant today, but we're worried because the companies are moving more of our jobs overseas.
That's why our union, the UAW, is bargaining to keep American jobs and economic strength at home. At the United Auto Workers, we know America's future depends on American jobs.
Burger King asks, does a burger fixed to your taste really whet your... Would extra mayo and no ketchup really hit the... Does the thought of no onion but double the pickle make your mouth? Would a burger with lettuce and tomato make your taste buds? Don't you think you should have your burger your way? Then come to Burger King. Go someplace else and you're probably missing the...
Well, Damaso Garcia just jumped on Shirley's first pitch and singled up the middle, leading off the fifth inning for the Blue Jays. That's Garcia's second base hit of the game, and here it is. Right back up the middle. He doesn't walk that often, Bobby. He just cuts and slices as soon as he leaves the dugout.
He wants to hack. He figured that the only way, or the best way for him to get on base is to swing and get a base hit.
He's also a pretty good base runner. He's stolen 40 bases this year. Here's Dave Collins, who's been up twice, and both times grounded out Meacham to Mattingly. Ricky Henderson leads the American League in stolen bases. He's stolen 53 for the Oakland Athletics. Dave Collins of Toronto has 50. Gary Pettis of California has stolen 45 bases. Brett Butler of Cleveland, 42, and Damaso Garcia with 40. And it's a ball and no strikes on Collins. Collins, since he's gotten back on the artificial surface in Toronto, has started hitting the ball, at least this year. He's batting .308, 2 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Out of play, 2-1. California leading Cleveland 3-0 in the 6th inning. Minnesota coming into tonight's action 2 games up on Kansas City as they beat the Royals yesterday. Out of play, upper deck right side. That was billed as a battle of first place in the American League West. And Minnesota beat Kansas City 4-1. John Butcher beat Bud Black yesterday. Right here, Toronto leads 3-0 in the 5th. That's in close. There goes Garcia. It'll be a double play. Bob Shirley.
All right.
Little ice cream cone. Look what I got here.
Hello there. Watch out. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, we'll stumble a guy off at first base. Nothing to it.
So
you have to have one of those once in a while.
Yeah. With Garcia on the run, Shirley stayed with it and turned it into a double play, and quickly there are 2 outs, and the batter now is Lloyd Mosby.
Look at Coxey.
Mosby is doubled and struck out, and that pitch just missed.
Coxey said that if the Blue Jays don't beat the Yankees, what's the series going to mean in Toronto when he goes back there with Detroit? I think he feels like that he has to win 2 out of 3 here just to have a chance to break it down a little bit with Detroit with 3 games. They go right back to Detroit. They're 8.5 games out of first place.
How many more games will they have with the Tigers? You know,
I'm not really sure how many more they have. They probably have at least
maybe
6 games.
Out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mosby. Well, the Tigers in the driver's seat, all they've got to do is split. Blue Jays have to win all 6.
Yeah, they have to sweep them.
Then they're still 2.5 out, depending on what happens tonight. Hard to overcome that lead the Tigers got early in the season. That's out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Mosby.
Well, the Blue Jays have the best record, or the 3rd best record in baseball, behind the Tigers and the Cubs. They're in 2nd place. Both the Tigers and the Cubs are in 1st place. 79 and 58 coming into today's ball game. The Toronto Blue Jays, 3rd best record in baseball, and 8.5 games out of 1st. Doesn't make sense.
Well,
that makes sense with Detroit, though, with your division, after what Detroit did the first part of the year.
Out of play again. Well, the Tigers are 188, Cubbies 83, Toronto 79, San Diego 79, but they've lost 1 more, 59. The Mets 77. Now Mosby hanging in against Bob Shirley with 2 outs, nobody on in the 5th inning, and Toronto leading 3-0. They got all 3 of their runs in the 2nd inning. All 3 runs charged to the starter, John Montefusco, who had to leave with a sore hip after giving up a 2-run triple to Damaso Garcia. And it's 3-2.
Mosby thought he was hit, but I think he hurt his right knee. When that ball left Shirley's hand, I'm sure that Mosby thought he was hit. Take a look at it right here. Bob shooting from the hip. Tries to run the fastball up and in, but I think Mosby
was it that close?
Well, I'm not sure it was that close, but the way he went down to get out of the way of the pitch, I think he wrenched his right knee. That's what the trainer's looking at now. Bobby Cox knows about those knees because he's had his knee operated on several times. Here it is again. Now watch how he goes down. See, he's got the front leg kind of open a little bit. Now he just kind of does a knee bend. Looked like he wrenched his right knee, but it's going to be all right.
I'm going to give a class on how to duck.
How do you duck?
That dude just take your head out of there.
Well, it doesn't make any difference how you duck as long as you get out of the way.
3-2 on Mosby. Meacham, and the side is retired. A 6-3 put out. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, Blue Jays 3, Yankees nothing. Let's pause for station identification.
OTB gives you a lot of ways to win.
You get 3 chances with show.
I play to win.
I go for Quinella's Exactas Daily Doubles.
I go for Quinella's Exactas Daily Double.
Rocky, you're reading Whitey's lines.
Okay, but just remember, guys, repetition is the mother of memory.
Huh? Mother of memory.
What's the matter? Come on.
For everyday excitement, nothing beats OTB.
You won't believe your eyes. You're in for a snappy surprise. Get great pictures. Snappy is here. Canon Crisp. Canon Clear, 35mm, and it shows. Uses the film used by the pros. Auto loading and auto advance. Canon Snappy. Now's your chance. With auto flash, each shot a prize. You won't believe your eyes. From Canon.
Welcome to Con Edison's Conservation Center at 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue.
Wow!
An exciting exhibit filled with energy-saving and money-saving ideas, plus answers.
You can buy this at
Have fun while discovering simple, helpful ways to save energy, which will save you money around your home or apartment.
I should have come here sooner.
Visit the Con Edison Conservation Center in the Chrysler Building at 42nd and Lexington. It's something we all have to do.
Well, those guys had their eyes on something out there, didn't they?
Yeah. Don Baylor leads off against Jim Clancy in the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Toronto. Yankees won yesterday 2-0. Baltimore leading Detroit 4-1 in the 5th inning. Boston 2, Milwaukee nothing that game in the 2nd inning. And it's Seattle 2, Texas 1 in the 3rd. Well, Baltimore beat Detroit yesterday. Mike Young had a grand slam home run for the Orioles. 2 balls, no strikes on Baylor. It'll be Baylor, Griffey, and Weiniger against Clancy. Baylor fouled out to the first baseman, Willie Upshaw, in the 2nd inning. Past Griffey, and normally that ball must have taken a bad hop. And it's hot.
Yeah, it took a tricky hop on Alfredo Griffin in shortstop. The ball was cued off the end of the bat. And normally it has that wicked spin on it. Take a look at it right here. It's off the end of the bat here. It's already taken 1 wicket hop as it hits. Now watch Griffin. He thought it was going to come to him, and all of a sudden the ball darted to the right of him, and he just misjudged it. Baylor rounding first base, and that ball, like you said, is still a little warm out there.
You got Griffin coming and going.
Looks like
Mosby's going to come in. They're going to put Collins in center field. Mosby can't make it on that knee that he hurt when he got out of the way with Shirley inside fastball, so he's coming out of the ball game. Collins will stay in left. He had started to center field. Oh, Willie. Mitch Webster will play center field. Mitch Webster. He played at Syracuse, hit an even 300 there. So he'll replace Mosby in center field.
Well, the Blue Jays, since you could expand your roster, has expanded with 5 youngsters, one of them being Webster. The other one's infielder Kelly Gruber, Ron Shepard, Tony Hernandez, and infielder Fred Manrique.
Here's Ken Griffey batting. Baylor at first, nobody out. That might be 2. And a 4-6-3 double play. That base hit by Baylor was the Yankees' first off Clancy. And here's their first double play.
Alfredo Griffin. Now, Baylor, it took him a long time to hit the dirt. And Griffin had to throw over the top of him. But he still made the good throw over there to complete the double play.
And here's Weiniger. He's been up once and fly to right field. Ball 1.
Well, Bill, in the month of September, all the Yankee games are against the Eastern Division rivals. Starting right here with the Blue Jays. And then a 3-game weekend set with the Red Sox. That's the upcoming series. And
how about that Jim Rice? His 300 home run. Well, he's something to see hitting, isn't he?
And he's not through yet.
Nope. He's going to hit 300 more before
he might. They might not pitch to him anymore. Depends on how many Armas comes up with.
Well, depends on whether he stays there or not, too.
Well, that's true. He's a free agent at the end of this year, isn't he?
I believe next year. This might be the last year of his contract.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to negotiate for this year for next year, I see.
It's 2-2 on Weiniger.
Once in a while, I mean, you really have to stay close to those contracts. You can get out of hand.
You got to read the contract before you make your batting order up.
Well, anyway, the Orioles will come in. World champion Orioles, September the 14th through the 19th. And then the Yankees wrap the season up with guess who? The Detroit Tigers, September the 27th through the 30th.
A lot of Eastern Division teams coming in here as Alfredo Griffin, the shortstop, puts it away, and that'll retire the side. On the City Bank scoreboard, the score at the end of 5. Toronto 3, the Yankees nothing.
Good tossing, Billy. Still anybody's game.
Good all.
Get some.
Pinch hitting in the ninth. Good all.
Thought you were best at sitting.
That's right. So I gotta save you.
Don't stay out in the sun too long.
Your best deserves the best.
Bud Light?
The less filling light beer with a first name and taste.
Tough day.
When this tough Toyota four-wheel drive truck isn't busy working for you, it's busy putting on a show for you. Taking on trails, climbing hills, and with the highest running ground clearance of any small 4x4, it'll get you places that take your breath away. The Toyota four-wheel drive truck. It's got the muscle and looks that make the rest of the truck world applaud.
Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
Mike Kuzo of Caldwell Toyota in Caldwell, New Jersey, is the Toyota dealer of the day. It's your Toyota dealer, not the other guys.
Hello, I'm Jamie Farr, asking for your helping hand. Across the world, the hand of care can be your hand. There can be one less hungry child in the world tomorrow. Contribute to CARE, Box 576, New York 10156. Come on, give us your hand.
Well, Bill White, some updated scores in the minor leagues. Minor leaguers are in their playoff series. Birmingham and Nashville, top of the 3rd inning, no score. Fort Lauderdale, 7. Tampa, 2 in the 5th inning. We'll keep you updated on those scores as they come in. As we go to the top of the 6th inning here at Yankee Stadium, Willie Upshaw will lead it off. He'll be followed by George Bell and Rance Mullinax.
All right, Bobby. Great job on those scores. Upshaw's bounced to second and popped to short.
Where'd you get that hat at?
I'm a general.
On the USS Intrepid.
That's right. If Rizzuto can be in the Naval Cavalry, I can be in the Army Navy. How do you like that? It's 2 balls, no strikes on Upshaw.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd certainly hate to see you at the Army Navy game.
That's courtesy of our buddies, the Fisher brothers. They have Intrepid in the harbor. The Blue Jay home run leaders. Bell with 21, Upshaw with 19. Two and 1 on Upshaw. He hasn't pulled much in this ball game. 2 and 2.
Well, the official announcement now, and Lloyd Mosby left the game with a sprained or sore right knee, which we saw him wrench it as he was trying to get out of the way of a high fastball by Bob Shirley. Tried to make it in the outfield and just couldn't do it, so had to be replaced.
Got jammed again. Upshaw having trouble getting the head of the bat out, and the count remains 2 and 2. Upshaw doesn't get much rest. He's out there just about every day for the Blue Jays. In the left, and Griffey is there. This is his 132nd game, so he's missed just 7 games all year. 1 down. We're in the 6th inning with Toronto leading 3-0, and the batter now is George Bell, who leads the Blue Jays with 21 home runs. He's been up twice. Both times he's popped to Mike Palliarulo, the Yankee third baseman.
Well, the New York Mets out in front of the St. Louis Cardinals 2-1 after 2 innings of play. Cubbies 3, Philadelphia nothing after 6. A final, Atlanta beat Houston 8-7. San Diego's at Los Angeles. Cincinnati's at San Francisco.
And it's 2 strikes on Bell.
Baltimore 4, Detroit 1 after 5 innings of play. Boston shutting out Milwaukee 2-0.
Scar Thor's pinch hitter. He'll bat for Mullenix.
Seattle 2, Texas 1 after 3.
They wasted one wide on Bell, 1-2.
Minnesota 0, Kansas City 0. That's got to be a big series after 2 innings of play. California shutting out Cleveland 3-0.
Straightaway center field. Moreno has room. And Bell's the second out here in the 6th inning. Blue Jays have 3 runs on 6 hits. The Yankees no runs on just 1 base hit. That was a single by Don Baylor leading off the 5th inning, but then Griffey bounced into a 4-6-3 double play.
Well, Bobby Cox let Rance Mullenix bat the last time, and he struck out. So I guess he figured he better go to the bench this time.
Well, it's getting a little late, too. He probably wants to pick up another run or two if he can. Well, he's sending Orge up with 2 outs, nobody on. He's a .229 hitter. I figure Mullenix might hit .229 left-handed against left-handers. Bobby likes the platoon.
I know he does. And if you got the right guys, I don't mind being a platoon manager either.
Randolph throws out Orge, and that'll retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. We're going into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Toronto still leading the Yankees 3-0.
Behold the doubting Thomases. They don't believe anything you tell them about cars.
No way.
They don't believe you can get a roomy front-wheel drive car that's affordable and gets great gas mileage, too.
Impossible.
Then...
Zarinsky bounces up. Zarinsky has blockers.
The best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it.
You guys getting the hang of this?
Bud Light.
Okay, running my way. Down! Bring out your best. Bud Light. Bring out your best.
Your best deserves the best.
Bud Light.
The less filling light beer with a first name and taste.
Zarinsky's got some moves, huh?
Mike Pagliarulo will lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Garth Orge will remain in the game and play third base, Bill.
All right, Bobby. Pagliarulo's been up once and popped to short, so he's 0 for 1 in the game. Yankees haven't done much with Jim Clancy. And it's a strike on Pagliarulo. Very seldom will he throw that overhand fastball inside. He'll throw that slider inside. He just missed with that. It's 1-1. Most of the time, you just take that fastball overhanded and turn it over to left-handers. There's a strike, 1-2.
Boy, if you were Clancy, wouldn't you you'd be a little disturbed if you only allowed 1 hit in the ball game, and that hit came off that crazy bounce of Baylor's bat.
Pagliarulo went too far. Here it is again, Bob. Let's see, did he go far there?
I think he went around.
Yeah, yep.
Well, remember, fans, the Yankee final home series of the 1984 series is a 4-game set with the Detroit Tigers, is highlighted by Dodge Fan Appreciation Day. All fans attending the Yankees-Tigers game on Saturday afternoon, the 29th, will receive a free Yankee mug, compliments of your Dodge dealer of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
Moreno bounces 1 foul off first base for a strike. Omar bounces second base in the 3rd. Blue Jays have a 3-0 lead, and Mr. Clancy sailing along with a 1-hitter. And we're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. There's that fastball on the outside edge. 2 strikes on Moreno.
Jimmy?
That slider misses. 1-2. And that's foul. And the 8th inning, California leading Cleveland 3-0. Angels still in it in the American League West.
Everybody's in it in the West.
Yeah, including Seattle. They're in last place. They get a streak together. They can get right in the middle of things. Collins, I don't know if he'll get it. He will not. And Moreno wisely holds at first base. Collins just could not get to that looper down the left field line, and the Yankees have their second base hit off Jim Clancy.
Well, he won't have to feel so bad now. Ice is really broken. Here it is. Actually, it's a jam shot. Good fastball inside. A little looper down the left field line. Davy Collins was playing over there for Omar, but he still couldn't catch up with it. Soft bounce. Soft turf.
Moreno now at first base, 1 away. Here's Willie Randolph, who's walked and struck out. And the ball inside. Two balls, no strikes. Randolph batting .290 with 2 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Here goes Moreno, and it's stripped to center field. That'll fall. Now they've got to play at third base. And Moreno is saved. Omar gambling on Mitch Webster's arm in center field. That youngster threw a strike to third base, but Moreno made it safely, so the Yankees have runners at first and third with 1 away.
Here it is again, and Omar Moreno, he is stopping at second base. He might as well keep going, because if Webster comes up with the ball on the fly, he's going to double Moreno up at first base anyway. But take a look at this arm. And that's Omar Moreno, and he's got good speed. Well, the Yankees probably don't know too much about these youngsters, but they certainly know now about Mike Webster.
Webster can throw the ball, threw a strike to third base. Now we've got Bobby Meacham, who is 0 for 1 in the game. He's popped a short sacrifice. There goes Randolph. Randolph with a belly flop side into second base. Yogi has these guys playing baseball and hustling. Randolph taking off. Clancy, of course, takes a lot of time to turn the ball loose. But at least now he's going to have to worry about Randolph.
Yeah, he wasn't paying any attention to Randolph. The only thing about it was that Randolph took off and he turned his eye away from the baseball. If Meacham had fouled that ball or popped it up on the infield, Willie might have been doubled off of first base.
1 strike on Meacham. Now Clancy pays a little attention to Randolph.
He says, that's right, Willie Randolph is over at first base, isn't he?
Now that might distract him a little bit away from the batter, Bobby Meacham. Runners at first and third, 1 away. Toronto leading 3-0. They're playing Meacham straight away. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Nobody throwing in the Blue Jay bullpen. That's a high slider. 3 balls and a strike on Bobby Meacham.
Bill, some updates as we take a look at Bobby Cox. Nashville has come up with 2 runs, and they now lead Birmingham 2-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Fort Lauderdale's also come up with, added another run. They lead Tampa 8-2. Dickey Scott a home run to 6.
And ball 4 as Randolph was on the run again. Willie was going so fast he started to dive, held up, and ended up out of left field almost. So Meacham walks to load him up. And here's the second best hitter in the American League at this point, Don Mattingly, who's 0 for 2 against Jim Clancy. He flied to center field and struck out. Now that quick glimpse, Mattingly's only struck out 30 times this year. He puts the ball in play.
I'll tell you what, this is the Mitch Webster and Davy Collins had a little talk out in the outfield. I'm sure Collins is trying to tell him where to play Don Mattingly. Bobby Cox in the Toronto Blue Jays says, what happened? Everything's, the screws have come loose. I had command of this ball game. Now I'm beginning to get a little worried.
That'll get a run in. Collins in the left field corner. Moreno will score easily, and the Yankees are on the board. Blue Jays now lead 3-1 on the sacrifice fly, and Mattingly's 90th run batted in.
Well, I felt like Don maybe got a little anxious in that situation, and I thought maybe he would look for a ball that he could pull.
Well, Don's been lifting up a little bit, Bobby, instead of staying down. We see Gamble do that an awful lot, too.
The location of the pitch wasn't good for bases loaded and less than 2 out. The ball was up and away from him. He didn't really make him get the ball down and inside a little bit. At least look for that pitch in 1 strike.
Here's Dave Winfield. Winfield is 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and also bounced to second base. He's batting at .352. Mattingly was at .348 before he flied. Well, he doesn't get a time at bat because he gets the sacrifice fly and the run batted in. And Winfield takes a strike. Winfield has 17 home runs for the Yankees and 82 runs batted in. Still nobody throwing in the Blue Jay bullpen. Two strikes on Winfield.
Well, David already made up his mind. He was going to swing at this pitch no matter where it was. Even though Dave is a big guy, he still couldn't get on top of that pitch.
Two on, 2 out. To count, no balls, 2 strikes on Winfield. Blue Jays have a 3-1 lead in the 6th inning. One and 2. Winfield goes down. 2 and 2.
Really not as bad as it looks. The ball's up, and Dave, he likes to jump into that ball anyway.
You know what scares me, Bobby, that the slow reactions of players today. Well, I think they just assume that the ball will not get away from the pitcher. Two and 2 on Winfield. And it's 3 and 2 on Winfield. Well, Clancy had a no ball 2 strike count on Winfield. Now he's gone full. And this means with 2 outs, the base runners will be moving. That's Randolph from second base and Meacham from first. Meacham and Randolph above average runners.
Way above. One of the reasons I think that there's not any action in the bullpen is that's been a weak spot of the Toronto Blue Jays. He'd like to see Clancy get it back together again and finish this game. Well, I tell you what, when you don't have any confidence in your bullpen, makes it pretty difficult.
Well, we saw that with the Oakland A's. Was that back in 1981? Runners going into left field. Going back is Collins. That is out of here. Dave Winfield has just hit a 3-run home run, and the Yankees now lead 4-3. Every time a Yankee hits a home run, hey, Dave Winfield, this bud's for you. Got to be a sweet hit for him, Bobby, because Clancy came up and in on him, tried to back him off the plate, but Dave stayed there and hit his home run.
I think it was a breaking pitch, too. No, it was a fastball inside. That's exactly where Dave was looking for it. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Dave Winfield puts the Yankees ahead with a 3-run homer.
That was in the first row. Just made it. Winfield's 18th home run of the year. And he now has 85 runs batted in. The fans want him to come out and tip the hat. And he does that. Well, the Yankees have taken a 4-3 lead here in the 6th. And here's Don Baylor. And he takes the ball. Baylor is fouled out. And he's singled. He got the Yankees' first base hit off Clancy in the 5th inning, when he bounced one up the middle, just eluding the glove of the shortstop, Alfredo Griffin. 2 balls, no strikes on Baylor. Well, Dave Winfield coming through with a 3-run homer, giving the Yankees a 4-3 lead. They've scored all 4 of their runs here in the 6th. Blue Jays got all 3 of theirs in the 2nd. And it's 2 balls and a strike on Baylor. Out of play down the right side, 2-2. Baylor leads the Yankees with 24 home runs. Don Mattingly now has 20. Dave Winfield 18. Griffin at short. And that'll retire the side, but the Yankees come up with 4 big runs, highlighted by Dave Winfield. 3-run home run, and at the end of 6, the Yankees 4, Toronto 3.
It's your city. The city belongs to you.
They basically will ask me enough questions to find out what I need and then do exactly what I need.
In one word, it means accessibility.
It's not just that they're smart, it's just that they're willing.
It's nice to be able to come to one place and take care of everything.
It's the best bank that I've ever banked at, so I stay with Citi.
Your city never sleeps. It's your city, Citibank.
Dan Gurney and his Toyota Celica GTS take on the All-American Racers pit crew. The pit crew looks over the Celica's ventilated disc brakes, the independent suspension. They check out the Celica's single overhead cam engine and electronic fuel injection. Inside, they check the Celica's luxurious comfort.
Oh!
What does all this mean to you?
This is the right stuff.
Oh, what a feeling. Celica. Toyota.
You want to win, you got to practice stopping Sarinsky. Murphy, you're Sarinsky. You dog me, Sarinsky.
You guys getting the hang of this?
Bring out your best. Your best deserves the best.
Bud Light?
The less filling light beer with a first name and taste.
Sarinsky's got some moves, huh?
Bud Light.
Oh, Cliff Johnson will pinch hit for Toronto as we're playing the 7th inning. How do you like that?
That is beautiful. Oh, no, that part, trying to break the lock, never happened with the way I swung.
Well, that's
Where'd you
Victory
get that,
Field,
White?
Dexter Park, John's Ice Cream Parlor, the Myrtle Avenue Trolley, Farmers Oval, Madison Theater, all from a buddy of yours named Richie March, 71-year-old Yankee fan, one of your listeners.
I tell you, Bill, that brings back memories. Every one of those places you mentioned.
Fond memories, I hope.
No, they were every one. Oh, couldn't have been better.
Well, he sent you that nice little framed memento.
That's beautiful. He sent it to you to give to me?
You wouldn't have got it.
Oh.
Yeah, he sent it to me to give to you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I started to keep it, but I said, well, I'll give it to you. Since I don't know anything about
that area, I know it.
Nothing at all. Cliff Johnson, by the way, is batting for Willie Aikens, Scooter, and you're, of course, doing the play-by-play.
No, I'm not prepared. I just did an inning on Spanish, but I did an inning on Spanish radio. All right, I got to get my English together again. He struck him out. Cliff Johnson, pinch hitting for Willie Aikens, strikes out. I'll tell you, Shirley's doing some job, Bob. He's got those Toronto hitters way behind.
You're right, Frank. That's his 4th strikeout.
What'd I call you?
Bob, that's all right. Look, Bort, you don't know my first name
anyway.
anyway.
No, I'm a little confused, White. Anyway.
Now Buck Martinez will bat for Ernie Witt.
Attaboy. Get me up to date here. I mean, this is some ball game. That home run Winfield hit at the most opportune moment was unbelievable. So Martinez, a .218 batter. 5 homers, 32 runs batted in. Takes the ball. Shirley replaced Montefusco, who was injured. Hurt his hip, line to center right at Marino. And Omar one-hands it, 2 men out. I mean, you know, Bill White, this is the way the Tigers were playing that first half of the season. I mean, they would be behind. No, I mean, they'd be behind. All of a sudden, they'd have a big inning, maybe get 3 hits and 5 runs and win the game. Now, the Yankees have done that since the All-Star break. Alfredo Griffin, single, bounce to second, fouls it back, strike 1.
Mike Armstrong getting loose in the bullpen.
Yankees lead 4-3. Toronto scored 3 in the second. Yankees scored 4 in the bottom of the 6th. And a bunt. And they let it roll, and it goes foul. He'd had a base hit, but Pags let it roll.
Gramley's going to play Boston U here in the 14th annual Whitney M. Young Jr. Memorial Football Classic. It'll be Saturday, September 8th. Kickoff time at 4 o'clock. It's the excitement of this fabulous Grambling band. Football action between Grambling and Boston U. It's for the Whitney M. Young Jr. Memorial Scholarship Fund. For ticket and game information, call the New York Urban League at 212-730-5200. Grambling against Boston. That's this Saturday, right?
I don't have my calendar.
September 8th?
That's this Saturday, right?
4 o'clock game.
We'll
be in Boston.
Nothing in 2. Oh, he bounced that one way in front of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know this fellow Richie Marsh you were talking about.
What?
White.
Yeah.
He has, in this letter that he sent along with that, he has brought up names of kids that I played with in Richmond Hill High School.
Did you play with him? He's 71 years old.
No, he was a little ahead of my time. Fly ball, shallow center. They're going to have to hustle. Randolph makes the catch. Marino would not have gotten it. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 6½. Yankees 4, Toronto 3, and we are now going to pause for station identification. But look at this.
This Bud's for everyone who's got what it takes to make his own breaks.
Are we on? This is Paul Martinez reporting to you from the International Airport.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
From the International Airport, this is Paul Martinez reporting.
Thank you, Paul, and welcome to the news team.
To Paul Martinez, my son.
And the joy of the
Bellevue Hotel.
Now tell me I'm not having fun. Folks, I'm a member of the National School Volunteer Program. All you have to do is take a little time and give a whole lot of love and please volunteer to read for children so they can learn.
Help a child in your local public school to read, speak English, and enjoy learning. Call school volunteers at 921-5620.
Enjoy, children?
Yes!
Honey, look how much love is here.
When this tough Toyota four-wheel drive truck isn't busy working for you, it's busy putting on a show for you. Taking on trails, climbing hills, and with the highest running ground clearance of any small 4x4, it'll get you places that take your breath away. The Toyota four-wheel drive truck. It's got the muscle and looks that make the rest of the truck world applaud.
Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
All right, Ken Griffey will lead it off. Griffey is flying to left, bounced into a double play. Jim Clancy on the mound, and it's ball one. And I happen to mention on radio, Bill White, that Clancy reminds me a lot of Blyleven. Tremendous stuff, but they always do something to get themselves in trouble and lose a ball game. Although Blyleven's having a great year this year.
Well, you try to stay close to them.
That's right. Stay close, and you got a chance to beat them. 1-1 to Griffey. Ripped to left center, base hit. Might be extra bases. Now Griffey, with that bad knee, decides to hold up.
Well, Ticket World provides you with the best seats available at outlets throughout the tri-state area, including TSS Seidman's locations. To order by phone or locate your nearest Ticket World outlet, call 212-888-9000.
All right, Griffey at first and Butch Weiniger the batter. Butch line to right, popped to short. Let's see if the Yankees will play for that insurance run. And Butch is squaring a bunt, and he bunts foul. Strike one.
Jimmy Key, the left-hander, throwing in the bullpen for the Blue Jays, and number 38 is Jim Gott.
All right, one strike on Weiniger. Let's see if they switch now. Let him hit. Nope. Pitch out. He was not going. It's 1-1.
Minnesota, Kansas City tied 1-1 in the fifth inning. Kansas City 2 games behind the Twins in the West.
Yankees leading 4-3, bottom of the seventh. There goes Griffey. And hit to right center, but over there is Mitch Webster. Makes the catch, throw to first. And Griffey gets back. Good hustling by Ken Griffey.
Here's Webster. We saw earlier he has a pretty good arm. He almost threw Moreno out. Moreno going from first to third earlier in the game. This was just off the bag a little bit, and Griffey gets back in time.
All right, Mike Pagliarulo popped to short and struck out. One man out in the bottom of the seventh. And Griffey back easily. One ball, no strikes. Clancy pitching a beautiful game. He only walked 2 men, but the second man he walked, Meacham, cost him. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Dean Michael. See the sign he flashed to Griffey and Pagliarulo. Two balls and a strike. One man out. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Clancy's got that outstanding forkball that he throws. That thing really dips down.
We get Buck Martinez in the game at catcher?
Nope, forgot that. Foul back off the screen. You're right. Buck Martinez stays in. He hit for any wit, and he's doing the catching. Two balls, two strikes, one out. He didn't quite get it. Hit it a long ways, but not quite enough. Got it down near the trademark a little too much. Two men out. If he pulled it, though, it would have been gone. But
just got under a little bit.
Yep.
Didn't get his body into it. Just got under it and lifted it to right field.
All right, Omar Marino, the batter. Omar has bounced to second and single to left field. He started that big 4-run rally for the Yankees last inning. Ball one. Just out in front a little bit, or that would have been a home run. Omar hits it high and deep, but foul.
Another final in the National League. Atlanta beat Houston 8-7.
And San Diego now keeps increasing their lead in that National League West. Another foul, back this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two men are out. The Yanks lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th.
Cleveland and California playing in the 10th inning, tied 3-3.
Those Indians have been playing great ball since we left town out there. Right to the first baseman, Upshur, makes the unassisted putout. For the Yankees, no runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. And on the Citibank scoreboard at the end of 7, the Yankees 4, Toronto 3.
Burger King asks, which Whopper is your Whopper? Because we'll give it to you our way, or we'll give it to you your way. We'll give you more of a good thing, or turn around and give you less of a good thing. We'll make it with everything, or nothing, or somewhere in between. That's because when you choose Burger King, one good turn deserves another.
Have it your way at Burger King now.
There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place.
Believe it or not, there's finally joy in Mudville. Introducing the 1984 Toyota Tercel.
There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face.
This front-wheel drive Tercel will get you where you're going with more room inside than any other subcompact. The new Toyota Tercel, Toyota's lowest priced car.
And finally, there is joy in Mudville. Play ball!
Sometimes, in United's friendly skies, it's best to do nothing at all.
Morning.
I was up all night getting ready for a meeting.
You have about 2 hours to relax.
Now, this is all I want.
There's a do not disturb sign on 24H.
Flying high across the land, we're giving you everything we can. We've got more to give along the way. You're not just flying.
Thanks. Great flight.
It was nothing.
Fly in the friendly skies.
Well, all fans attending the Yankee-Oriole game on Monday night, September 17th, will take home a free baseball poster, compliments of American Home Foods. Good seats are still available for the Oriole series, September 17th through 19th. So make plans to come out to the ballpark and see the Yankees play the defending world champions, the Baltimore Orioles. And you also get your free poster on September 17th. Mike Armstrong in relief of Bob Shirley, and Shirley did an excellent job relieving John Montefusco, who had to leave the ball game in the second inning with a sore hip. Shirley went 5 1/3 innings, gave up no runs on just 2 base hits. He struck out 4 and did not walk anybody. That's some pretty good pitching.
Oh, I tell you, it was excellent pitching. One thing about Shirley, he can get ready quicker than anybody really in the Yankee bullpen and has that excellent control. So he is the pitcher of record right now, Mr. Shirley, and Armstrong trying to get a save. Damaso Garcia, 2 for 3, a triple and a single, 2 RBIs. Ball 1.
Got some important scores there, Scooter.
Oh, yes, the Yankee farm teams in the battle for the playoffs. It's Birmingham 2, Nashville 2, top of the 4th. And Fort Lauderdale 10, Tampa 3 in the top of the 8th. 2-0. Damaso leads the Blue Jays with 167 hits. He was leading the American League for a long while till Mattingly got red hot. Ball 3. He has missed badly with 3 pitches. And one thing Yogi does not like to see is walk that leadoff man. The Yankees have Phil Niekro and somebody else warming up out there. Ball 4. He walked him on 4 straight pitches. Mark Connor's coming out, Bill, not for a pitching change, but to stall for a little time.
Well, it's hard to walk Damaso Garcia. We were talking earlier, Phil, on the other side, on the radio side, when we opened up. Garcia's only walk, that's his 15th walk.
Unbelievable.
And he's been up 572 times.
That's unbelievable. I mean, you got to pitch real bad to walk him. I mean, he swings at anything he can reach.
He leaves the batting circles, Lois.
Yep. So Mark Connor gives Armstrong the pat. And now Dave Collins, who has bounced to short twice and lined into a double play.
And the Yankees have 2 right-handers getting loose in their bullpen.
Yeah, I know Niekro is one. I guess Howell's the other one, no?
Yep.
Or am I wrong?
You're right.
Oh, nail-biting time there. And another one out of the strike zone. 5 straight balls by Armstrong. Look at Yogi.
He's going to go to the phone.
Oh, yeah. He can't stand much more of this.
Give me 3 pieces.
There goes the runner. And a throw to second. Oh, man, they just missed getting him. He was safe, but what a gamble they took. And it paid off. The throw was right on the money, Bill.
Well, you see, Armstrong takes a long time, Bill, when he takes that left leg and brings it back. Good throw by Wynn.